Your Excellencies, the President of the United States.
Let's get this over with.
Well, especially when I'd like to add another point. The failure of the United States Congress, if it occurs, not to support Ukraine is close to criminal neglect.
Yeah, no.
There is some movement, and I don't want to, well, maybe choose my words. There's some movement. There's been a response from there's been a response from the opposition, but yes, I'm sorry, from Hamas, but it seems to be a little over the top. We're not sure where it is. There's a continuing negotiation right now.
President Donald Trump is ready to debate you right now. Do you accept?
He just said that on radio.
Pardon?
What he's saying to immediately, he says.
Immediately?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Will you debate him?
If I were him, I'd want to debate me too.
I wrote about Trump now saying Biden's for abortion on demand. Not true. The Supreme Court of the United States blocked me, but they didn't stop me. Not everyone's feeling the benefits of our investments in progress yet. Some of you are getting notices right now. You're going to get another student cut. And this time you're going to not have any doubt about who said it. It's going to be my name on the Biden. You're going to $25 million a year. But guess what? It's not only a good thing to do. It drove the economy. It drove the economy. It's not costing people.
We need help. Why won't they give me the help all the time? And now they're starting about the border. It's out of control.
Now, it doesn't address everything that I wanted. For example, we still need a path of documentation for those who are already here. And we're not walking away from true immigration reform, including permanent protections and a pathway to citizenship for young dreamers. Folks, we've got to move past this toxic politics. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic. I'm wearing my Ukraine tie, my Ukraine pin, which I've been wearing because they're in dire straits right now. I know my answer. I serve the American people. I'm here to solve problems.
Mr. President, if this bill fails, would you consider supporting something separate that just addresses Israel or Ukraine?
I'm not going to concede that now. We need it all. The rest of the world's looking at us, and they really are. Let me just say that we're really fortunate to have a real leader, a true friend, and an historic Vice President, Kamala Harris. I not only ask her to join me, I love her. It's a good relationship. She's doing an incredible job. Please enjoy the performance that's about to begin. All right. We're going to walk off here and get our performance. Every day between now and November, the American people are going to know that the only reason the border is not secure is Donald Trump and his MAGA Republican friends.
Tonight, President Biden in the Oval Office already at work.
And these are just all starting points.
Reversing the policies of President Trump, including ending the travel ban from some Muslim-majority countries, imposing a mask mandate on federal property, and killing the permit for the Keystone Pipeline. The president also set to end construction of the border wall.
Tonight, along the U.S.-Mexico border, a record surge of migrants is pushing an already overwhelmed system to the breaking point. It's now a major challenge for President Biden. The surge happening after he changed former President Trump's Remain in Mexico border policy.
Please, thank you. If I were smart, I should leave now. First, the special counsel released their findings today about their look into my handling of classified documents. I was pleased to see they reached the conclusion I believed and knew all along they would, that there are no charges should be brought in this case.
One thing that President Biden said is basically that he stored the documents in filing cabinets that could be locked. Let's listen.
All the stuff that was in my home was in filing cabinets that were either locked or able to be locked.
Daniel?
Just not true, John. This report from the special counsel includes photos. Those photos include shots of a box just sitting in President Biden's Delaware garage. The special counsel described it as a badly damaged box sitting amid household detritus. So there was some material that was in cabinets, locked or lockable, as the president said, but all of it certainly not. And that open, unsealed, damaged box included, according to the special counsel, highly sensitive, top-secret material about the war in Afghanistan.
Okay, another claim that President Biden made: none of the documents were highly classified. Let's listen.
None of it was high classified. Didn't have any of that red stuff on it. You know what I mean? Around the corners? None of that.
Daniel?
That claim that he didn't have any material that was quote-unquote high classified is also not true, John. The special counsel's report says that the president possessed multiple highly classified documents that were indeed marked as being highly classified documents, including some marked as top secret /SCI, sensitive compartmented information. That is a very high level of classification. For example, special counsel Hur discussed 2 top secret documents about Afghanistan found in that open, unsealed, damaged box in the garage, one of which Hur said contains highly sensitive info about military programs, and another that contains info about sensitive intelligence and sources and methods. Now, it's not clear, John, if any of those Biden documents had those colored borders we saw on classified docs that former President Trump had, which I think is what President Biden was referring to when he talked about red around the corners. But still, whatever coloring these documents had, the special counsel says they were clearly marked as highly classified. And then I should add, Hur also said that investigators' analysis of Biden's own handwritten notes from his time as vice president showed that these notebooks also contained highly classified info, though those were not marked. And Hur said a sampling of 37 excerpts found that, quote, 8 are top secret with sensitive compartmented information, 7 of which include information concerning human intelligence sources, plus 6 others that were top secret.
And then the third claim that he made, Daniel, there was that he did not share classified information with a ghostwriter on a book he was working on. Listen to that.
I did not share classified information. I did not share it.
With your ghostwriter?
With my ghostwriter, I did not. Guarantee you did not.
But the special counsel said in the report
he
that
did not say that.
Okay.
He did not say that.
So he's entitled to say he didn't do it. He can defend himself. But he also said the special counsel didn't say that he did share that classified info with the ghostwriter. Except, John, the special counsel did say that explicitly. Hur wrote, quote, Mr. Biden shared information, including some classified information from those notebooks with his ghostwriter. So there it is in black and white. Now, Hur did elaborate that Biden shared classified info with the ghostwriter by reading nearly verbatim from the notebooks on at least 3 occasions, including notes from meetings in the Situation Room. He did find that Biden, quote, at times tried to avoid sharing classified info, like by skipping over certain material as he was reading them to the ghostwriter. And Hur did write that the evidence does not show that Biden knew the info was classified. Nonetheless, even though the special counsel did clearly give him some material to defend himself with, this is not a factual defense. So he could cite the factual stuff, Hur said, didn't know it was intentional, etc. But declaring the special counsel just did not say what he said, John, is not a factual defense.
And making Roe v. Wade the law of the land. The law of the land.
Yeah, thank you for having me and for having the chance to continue our conversations we have continuously all the time. And yes, Germany and the United States have to play a role.
We have the best economy in the world. Inflation is coming down. There's still too expensive, too much expense, and a little bit of corporate greed going on too, nationwide. There's a little article written. You get your connection to. It's called. It's about what's happened with the Snickers bars.
Yeah.
Snickers bars, you know that candy?
Yeah.
Well, they haven't raised the price of a Snicker bar. They just took 10% of it out. When we pushed all these programs, I said I'm going to be a president for everybody, whether you live in a red state or a green state.